Welcome to Opinion Collision. Today's episode is on exotic dancing, sex work, and prostitution. We did do a name change. We went from What's Your Opinion to Opinion Collision. We found that it's a lot easier to find because people were having issues looking up What's Your Opinion because it came up on a lot of different things. So on the same platforms, everything just changed over, so nothing should change if you're already following us. We're also going to be doing flash episodes, which are just going to be 30-minute shorts. Probably going to do them every Wednesday or every Thursday, and we'll put those out on Facebook Live so we can get more people talking. We're sitting here with Christy and Ashley.
Hi.
Do you guys prefer to be called strippers or dancers?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? All
I'm
right.
not really crazy about it. Like, I don't really get offended. I know a lot of people are like, oh, not strippers, but it's like the best way to describe it, I feel like.
It's not offensive unless you're ashamed of it.
There you go. That was a good
I
one.
like it. Nice.
Thank
Where are
you.
guys
Very
from?
well put.
I'm from Florida.
Nice.
I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay.
Cool. So what did you both do after high school?
After high school, I was working at the mall for a little bit, and then I was in beauty school, and then that's when I started dancing, and then, like, I'm still doing it even though now I, like, do hair all the time and whatnot.
And you, Christy?
I graduated high school early, and I was working at the time. I was working at the ER as a valet, and I was also a waitress. And then I quit both of those and became a dancer before I got into the military.
Gotcha.
Oh, so you've been doing it for a while.
4 years.
Oh, nice.
So, what got you into stripping originally?
I remember when I was in beauty school, I had a bunch of traffic tickets that were, like, really expensive, and I didn't want my mom to pay for them because I felt really bad. Plus, like, she didn't get the tickets, so, yeah, I mean, after that, I kind of just got a bunch of tickets anyways. But I was in beauty school, so we went to school Tuesday through Saturday until, like, 9 to 4:30. You can't really get, like, good hours and, like, a decent job working where you're like, oh, well, I can't be here until this time, but I have to leave at this time so I can, you know, sleep for school, da-da-da-da-da. And then I had a friend at the time before that, when I was still in high school, that was dancing. And I remember her inviting me to come just see her at work because at the time I thought, oh my God, dancing, that's so bad. Stripping, this and that. And so I remember going to her club to see her. It was the first time I really went to a bar, first time I really went to a club like that. And I just remember watching her on stage, making money and whatnot, and just being like, oh my God, she's not doing shit. She's not doing anything. And people were just bringing her money. So, like, just time after that, like a couple years later, whenever I got into that situation where I needed the money for the tickets, I just started doing it thinking, oh, well, I'll just pay these tickets off and it'll be okay. And then
you stop?
No, definitely did not stop.
Gotcha.
It's kind of just been like a constant thing since then.
Cool. And then you?
I started dancing because I got 2 very, very expensive speeding tickets. They were
Oh
like,
my God.
they were like
That seems to be
$750 each, and I needed to come up with $1,500 like fast.
Yeah.
And I was working 2 jobs, putting in like 70 to 80 hours a week, busting my ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to be valet. You burn a lot of calories running around in the heat of Florida. So I had to quit those and start dancing. I didn't want to. I was scared. It was
Yeah.
scary at first, but I made a lot of fucking money. So it, you know,
I gotcha.
2 weeks working at valet, I made in a night
Damn.
dancing.
Say what?
Yeah.
All right.
And I wasn't even experienced. I was awkward. I was nervous. I was scared. But some customers are just into that.
I just remember
The innocence that I had, 'cause the customers wanted it.
Yeah, I remember looking at old pictures of myself when I was like 19 and first started dancing, and I'm just like, what the hell?
So essentially you guys are saying that, you know, every stripper got a speeding ticket. And that's how it works.
Speeding tickets turn people into strippers. There we go.
Yeah.
Right. So lessons learned.
It's the police's fault.
There we go.
So how long
That's crazy. I didn't know we both had the same story.
have you guys been doing it?
I've been doing it for like 5 years.
I've been doing it for like 4.
That's crazy.
And you just recently quit, right?
Quit.
Dancing?
No, I'm still dancing.
Oh, I thought you said you would quit.
I quit Secrets on May 15th.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And I started working at Victoria's Cabaret
Okay.
for the meantime until I could like get myself to go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to drive like an hour out of the way,
Mm-hmm.
and an hour back after you're already tired from work, and it's like 4 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm working at the men's club in Raleigh right now.
Oh, nice.
Do you make more money there?
Yes, I made like $400 off 2 people.
Way to go.
Thanks.
So what keeps you guys there is probably like, is it good pay? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I feel like it's the pay and then the atmosphere, and plus sometimes it's kind of fun anyways.
The freedom.
Gotcha.
Like I can go to work for 4 hours. I can go to work whenever I want, and I make all the money that I want to make that night. It's up to me how much I make, and then I have the rest of my day to do whatever I want.
I just like my favorite parts, like at a regular job when people are like freaking out, you have to be like, oh my god, like it's okay, we do this. At like it's a strip club, if somebody's like giving you an attitude and acting a fool, you can be like, get the fuck out of my face or I'm gonna beat your ass.
That would be awesome.
Give me $200 more or I'm gonna crush your balls.
I wish I had that freedom.
Touch me again, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
Did you both see yourself doing it for this long?
No, definitely not.
Are you happy that you're still doing it?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
beneficial.
I feel like it's fun. And then it's like better than my regular job. And then, you know, most regular jobs you like have set pay. So if you need extra money, it's like, well, shit, what am I going to go do?
I'm fucked.
Yeah, might as well go run up the credit card. But this, it's like, okay, well, I need this much money for this bill. And it's like, okay, well, I can go do that. Let's
I'll just go work until I
Yep.
make what I need.
get your shoes. Let's go. We're going to go make the money.
You guys ever take it on the road?
Yeah.
Like go to different cities and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because that's like another thing of it. You can like, if you, wherever you go, there's a guaranteed job. And just different places you go, it's like different rules, but it's also different like
It's still flexible.
pay scales, I guess. Because like when I go out of state and work, it's way better money. Or even if you just go to the next town, it's way better money too.
Just being the new girl is good money.
Yeah, being the new girl, it is good money.
Yeah, if there's regulars there, I'm sure. They're like, who's this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that and they think, oh, well,
There's
she
a new
does-
flavor in town.
she doesn't know anything. She's new at this.
Do you ever plan vacations around it? Like, I'm gonna go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I went up to the Arnold competitions in Ohio, and I
Nice.
danced while I was up there. And I got to see a friend. I enjoyed myself,
That's
and I
really
worked.
cool.
Yeah, one of the other clubs I work at is at the beach, so it's kind of like, oh, we can go to the beach during the day, we'll just work at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it's like, oh, well, instead of going out and partying, we can just work and party at the same time.
How much do you usually make on one night?
Oh, God,
Well, it depends on the night.
It varies so dramatically. You can go to work and end up owing the club money because you have to pay to work there, or you could leave with like over $1,000. It just depends.
I've never owed before because I won't let that happen.
Yeah, I've only ever owed once. I've only ever owed once, and then I took the tips from my regular job and went there that night and was like, please take this.
The least I've ever left with was probably $16, and the most I've ever left with was about $7,000
Yeah.
What?
in one night.
Here in Fayetteville?
No, that was at the Dollhouse. No, actually, that was up in PA at Platinum Plus.
Oh, shit.
I met a millionaire. Thank you, Jesus.
My dreams.
I bet you were like, do you have a wife?
Actually, it was an answer to my prayers because at the time I was facing an SR22 because I'm just a crazy driver, I guess, and I needed to come up with $6,000 in a month.
Oh, shit.
And so I was like, I need to do something. I can't make that here.
Yeah, a lot
So-
of people don't make that at regular jobs in a month.
So I traveled. I got in my car the next day and I drove north and I went to a good club and I was lucky that day.
What is an SR22?
An SR22 is where you have to pay 6 months of insurance up front.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and I drive
Lord.
a expensive car, so my shit's like $1,000 a month. My insurance is $1,000 a month.
Do you have, like, that many tickets?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was a adrenaline junkie when I was a teenager, so as soon as I got a vehicle,
Oh, okay.
I started racing. Yeah.
What do you drive?
I drive a 2016 Hyundai Genesis Coupe.
Oh, shit.
They're nice cars.
Yeah. What do you drive? I didn't see your car.
Oh, I have a Charger.
Of course.
Basic.
Basic.
Around here, it's very basic.
Yeah, that's true. But I love it. Like fancy a little bit.
She's got a good sound system.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You said you make less here and more out of state.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you go out of state?
Well, since I work full time, it's really hard, which kind of sucks because it's kind of like, oh, I really want to make good money, but I have to go work my basic job in the morning.
Can you give me an average on like what the price difference is, or not price difference, but like how much you make?
Here it really varies really hard depending on when the military gets paid and what's going on in the holidays, and then it's so true though.
I know. It's true.
So true.
The 1st and the 15th.
First and the 15th.
Everyone knows about it.
Everyone's at work.
Yeah.
And then it just depends on like 4 days and whatnot. And then also just your attitude, because like if you don't really feel like talking about it, you're not going to make any money. So it's like a whole bunch of like variables. And then when I go out of town, it's a lot of like older guys and golfers and stuff, and golfers usually have money. So it just really varies, like that and just the times. Lately, it's just like all across the board here. But when I go out of town, like when I go to South Carolina and work, man, it is not that hard to make like close to 1,000, if not more.
A night?
Yeah, and that's, you don't even have to talk to that many people doing that.
As long as you're pretty, dude.
Really?
Being pretty is enough.
I
all
feel
in
like
itself.
personality is like the biggest thing. Like everyone's always like, "Oh, I'm hot. I'm gonna make a lot of money." Okay, where there's this average-looking chick who's making twice as much as you just because she's like nice.
Yeah. If you're pretty and nice, if you're pretty and have personality, you're set.
Yeah. Personality for sure. Because
I've turned away plenty of dances around my
There you go.
Talking to me.
Yeah.
I hate talking to people.
Some people just sound generic when they're talking, like they rehearsed it.
That's me. I like my customer service voice, my corny customer service voice.
How are you today? What's your name? What brought you here?
That's me.
You go to the person they're sitting next to, and that's the exact same thing.
How was your day today? Okay, now let me put my titties in your face.
Jesus.
I mean, it usually makes the day a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Gets a job.
You look down. Come here.
Every single time I go, there's always this one girl that has like a really bad attitude. So
Yes,
it
there's
definitely is,
always
and,
those ones.
You know, it is definitely personality.
You have to stay away from those people because it's annoying.
She won't even face me. She'll like walk by me. She's like, "You want to dance?" I'm like, "No, I'm good."
I'm
That's
at least
fine.
like hype when I do it. Like, you want to dance? Woo!
She is like that.
That's how I do it during show times. Do you want to dance? Woo! Like I'm on The Price is Like.
I'll do that, but
Like Oprah. Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Everybody want to dance? Woo!
sometimes if I'm just like over it, then yeah, I'll just go up to someone. I haven't spoken a word to them, and I'll just be like, "Do you want to dance?" But I always make eye contact, and I always smile, and I try to make sure I never sound like a bitch.
Yeah, I kind of hate bitch.
As a customer, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to think, like, they might not have money right now, but they might be getting a settlement check or getting paid next week, and then they're going to come back and be like, oh, that girl was nice to me. Or they might not have money, but their friends could have money and be like, oh, well, who should I get a dance from? Oh, get a dance from that one because she was really nice.
Yeah, I danced for this guy on stage, and he didn't have any money, and his friend saw how nice I was, so his friend came up and tipped me $20.
Damn.
And then went back and sat down.
That's cool.
Just
Yeah.
being nice gets you paid more, and, like, personality. Because the ones that usually spend the most money don't even want dances. They just want to sit and hang out with you.
Mm-hmm. They just want someone to talk to most of the
Yeah,
time.
those are the ones that spend the big bucks.
Sounds very sad in a sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creeps are always cheap.
How long do you guys plan on doing this for, you think?
I don't even know. It's so addicting.
I don't know, because every time I say, you know, I'm just going to achieve this and then I'm going to quit, I just create something else I want to achieve.
Yeah.
And money helps achieve things faster.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. Dancing definitely gives you, like, a leg up. Like, how, like, the whole Cardi B thing. And because she pretty much paid for all her own stuff. So it definitely gives you, like, the leg up.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
paying for my car.
Every single time you guys are like, all right, this is the last weekend, I don't want to do this, and then you make 1,000 or some crazy stuff, and you're like, I could probably.
You're just
go
like,
again
fuck.
next week. Yeah.
Never mind, I'm doing it. Just
I
going to
know.
keep doing it.
You put money aside?
When I first started dancing, I was really bad at it, and, like, I feel like everyone goes through it because they're like, oh, well, I'll just make it back tonight. I'll just go to work tonight. I'm gonna go blow this all at the mall. So I used to do that. I used to go out to eat, like, every day. I would go shopping, like, every week. I'd be like, oh, I still have, like, $300 left, and I'm going to work tonight. I'm just gonna go to the mall and buy some shit. And then that's how it was for, like, the longest time, and, like, so many people get in that rut. And after a while, I just started saving up. I don't even remember what I was saving for. I can't remember. But now, like, all this time later, I'm a really good saver.
Nice.
I'm really good at saving and budgeting, and yeah, I don't know.
What would you move on to after?
I don't even know. I don't even have, like, a full-on 10-year plan, and I hate that because people always ask me, well, what's your plan after this? And I'm like, I don't really know yet.
What about you, Chrissy?
What was the question?
What do you want to do after?
Yeah, I'm working on becoming a personal trainer and a fitness model, and eventually I want my own clothing brand and workout routines, and I just want to help people take care of themselves better.
Gymshark.
Yeah, I do want to be part of Gymshark. And it's not just because I want to be famous. Like, it's not like that. It's just because those people are inspiring. They're positive.
Yeah.
And I think the world needs more of that.
So you go to the gym a lot?
Yeah, like 4 to 6 times a week.
Nice.
Does your manager ever, does he push females to go, or strippers to go to the gym? Does he ever try to get them to do that?
No, at Secrets, the manager is, honestly, the best manager I've ever met. He's super professional. He's really positive. He's never a douche.
He's not a creep. He doesn't try to touch you.
Yeah, he's not a creep. Because I have worked at some clubs where they're like, oh, here's my number if somebody bothers you. And I'm just like, no, I'm not stupid.
No, you look too drunk to drive. You can crash on my couch. No,
Ooh,
stop.
no.
Please. I know what that's code for.
It's a thing now. We're good to go.
Oh, gosh. I could totally, expose somebody right now, but I'm not going to. But if you work at Secrets, you know the deal. But the manager himself, he's cool. But there's other people in management there that are totally not. But there are clubs that'll straight up tell you, your thighs are too big, you can't work here. Or, crazy stuff like that. They give no fucks.
Yeah, some clubs, you literally have to look like a doll.
Yeah, they'll straight up tell
That's
you,
weird.
you need to lose 10 pounds and then you can come work here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't care.
Some guys might be into that.
Exactly.
People are.
Yep.
Everyone's into something different, and that's why I try to tell a lot of girls, don't just get discouraged if somebody tells you no, because what they might not be into, somebody else might be, and there's something for everyone. You just might not be their cup of tea.
What does your family think?
My mom doesn't know. My parents don't know. My brothers do, and they're okay with it. I know when my older brother found out, crazy story, I still remember it so clear. I was at work one day, and I remember I was like, all right, I'm going to talk to everyone in this, or not talk to, but I'm going to ask everyone in this room for a dance, and then I'll go home, because that's always what I do at the end of the night. I was walking out, and I remember walking by the bar, and there's my brother, and I was just like, oh my god, and he's laughing at me, and I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking puke. So I run in the back, and I'm freaking out. I'm shaking. I feel nauseous as hell. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And then I guess on my way out, I don't remember this part too clear, but I just remember him being like, well, at least you're not across the street, then I'd be concerned. There's a club across the street. It's shut down now, but it used to be a really shady club. So yeah, he thinks it's okay, and I guess just because where I was working at, he was fine with it, since he knows that's the least shadiest place in town. And also, I guess it's because it benefited him, because when he needed to borrow money, he always came to me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know my parents would not be okay with it, because I know one time my mom technically had an intervention where she was like, somebody told me you were dancing and you were working here, blah blah blah, and she started crying, and I just completely lied my ass off about it, and it was really bad, and I think about it a lot. But I mean, unless you have done it, you don't really know that you're not really doing anything wrong.
So you'll probably never tell her.
No, I could never do that. It would totally break her heart.
My parents and my brother, my family knows. They
Nice.
know. Yeah, I tried, I'm not a good liar. I'm really not good. I'm not a
horrible
bookkeeper.
liar.
I'm not a bookkeeper, my memory. So I can't keep up with lies. And I like that about myself. So I tried lying to my parents at first, telling them that, they're like, where's all this money coming from? And I'm just like, I got a new waitressing job at a club.
My mom
And,
thinks I'm just a really good saver. She thinks I'm really good with money, and that's where the money's coming from.
Yeah, and my dad looked in my dance bag.
Wow.
And he's like, I saw it was in your bag. And he's like, I'm not mad at you for it.
I
You
feel
don't
like
have
that's
to
how
lie.
everyone
I'd
always
rather
gets
I'd
lied.
rather you tell me. I'd rather know. And I was like, he's like, I trust you because I know that if you're doing it for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not a prostitute. I'm not doing nothing crazy.
I feel like that's always the story. Then they found my bag, or they went through the laundry and saw I was washing bikinis in the winter.
You know what I'm gonna know now? If I have a daughter and she gets a parking ticket or a speeding ticket, I'm gonna be like, son of a bitch. Here's
Here
the
we
money. Here's the
go.
money. Here, I'll pay for the ticket. This will be fine.
Stay innocent.
How does it affect relationships with a boyfriend or something? Do you tell him on the first date, or
I usually make them get to know me first, and then I always have a rule of, like, not to mess with anybody you meet at the club. But I feel like it's always weird, and it's always like, oh, yeah, my friends told me you were a dancer. Like, oh, geez, thanks. A lot of people say they have nothing against it, but a lot of times they say that, and I feel like guys think I'm going to be really easy and sleep with them really quick. And anybody knows me, I, like, don't sleep with anybody. Like, I probably get horny, like, twice a year, honestly. I don't sleep with anybody, and then I'm like such a prude, and it's so crazy because I do this, and I don't know. A lot of people say they're okay with it. A lot of people say they're okay with it, and they just think they're gonna sleep with you really easy. Or a lot of people say they're okay with it, and then when shit hits the fan, it's always, you grind on dick for money, blah, 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 blah. It's always the first thing to get thrown in your face, I feel like. Every time.
Okay, so the relationship I'm currently in, we've been together for about 6 months. It drove my last boyfriend crazy, but that's because we had a toxic relationship. The one I have now, we have an amazing relationship. And he met me in the club, and we were best friends for a couple months before we started dating. So he completely understands. He knows that I'm not there because I want attention from other men. He knows I'm there for the right reasons, and he trusts me just like my family. He supports me. Sometimes he comes and watches me if I want his company that night.
Go, girl, go.
See,
Yeah, as long as you trust each other and you have a good relationship.
A lot of times, too, when you meet a lot of guys, I feel like a lot of first dates I've been on, like the past year, the first thing they say is, well, if you were my girl, you wouldn't be working. And I hate that. It's like, I don't need saving, dude. Like, it's okay.
I'm not a damsel in distress.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy.
I'm not locked up in a tower somewhere. It's okay.
Do you think people treat you differently after they find out what your job is?
Oh, yeah.
It varies.
All the time. They say it's cool. Oh, yeah, that's so cool. This and that. And again, shit hits the fan. Well, she's a stripper. And it's just, like, the worst thing. And then people assume stuff. And I've been having, like, a lot of problems in my regular job lately because of it, too. And, like, normally it's cool, but... And then you always have, like, those bad apples that, like, don't understand it. They've never been to a strip club. And they just have, like, those stereotypes in their head of it.
They just assume you're a whore.
Yeah, they assume, like, you're a whore. You're out there prostituting. And they just don't know, and they don't understand that you can get people to do stuff for you without having sex with them. Because that's pretty much what dancing is like, the idea of having sex with you, people will, like, do anything.
I feel like I'm more of a therapist than anything. Because the customers just tell me all their problems, and I make them feel better.
Yeah, like you said, like, some guys, the guys who pay most are just want to talk to you, kind of.
Yeah.
Or they're having, like, it hard at home, so they come to the club to try and get distracted, and... They find a nice little distraction, you know?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing someone's ever asked you or offered you money for? Hey, can you do this? And I'll give you this.
The weirdest thing. I don't know. It just depends on your definition of weird.
So this one girl I know back at home, she was offered $400 to let some guy just sniff her ass.
A lot of weird stuff that happens they don't offer me money for. But I have a dude who... wants you to walk on him with your heels and just, like, smack him around or whatever. Or, like, rub your feet in his face. Yeah, and I feel really bad. just because he's laying on the ground. The rest of it, I have no sympathy for. It's awesome. It's, like, the best money ever. But, yeah, I feel bad that he lays on the ground. But there's, like, not VIPs there like other places. So you're laying on the ground in front of everyone in a dirty room.
It's an endless list.
Yeah.
There's some weirdos, all right?
Yeah.
Like, there's this one guy one time, he said that he would break his own legs and travel through miles of glass if I would give him the gum out of my mouth. Yeah.
Just the gum.
Yeah.
How much did you charge him for the gum?
What?
Did you charge him for the gum?
No, I didn't give it to him. I ran away.
I had a guy offer me $1,000 to come to his house and let him run my back, but that's kind of creepy.
That's extremely creepy.
That's kind of scary. Like, I don't want to do some weird shit and
That's almost
get
as weird
into a
as someone,
situation.
like, inviting you to their house to get on a podcast. That's pretty weird.
I get paid to get massaged a lot.
A lot of guys pay me to
They
rub
just
my
want to
feet.
massage me.
Do you have big feet? Oh
I
my
do.
God.
Don, these shoes are really big. My mom bought me these. I usually would buy the ones that make my feet look small.
I have really tiny feet.
But all my other gym shoes are kind of worn out.
I get a lot of foot fetish guys.
Foot fetish guys are like the best though.
Yeah, they're easy.
Foot fetish guys, and then like the masochism ones.
How
That
often
seems
do
like the
you?
easiest ones.
I'm not like that. I can't do that.
I can. I love that shit.
How often does that happen though?
It's more so foot guys. Like there's a good bit of foot guys that come in there, but they're not like weird or anything. They're just like, oh, let me rub your feet for you. It's like, okay.
No, I've had people try to suck on my toes after I say no.
Nobody's tried to suck on my toes yet. A lot of guys ask to like lick or suck on my nipples, and I'm like, do it, and I'm gonna punch you in your shit.
So, I've been asked if I would give someone some toenail clippings. Like they wanted to pay me for toenail clippings.
I would have done it. I would like
If it
give
was
me
an
a.
option for me, I would do it too.
I would be like, give me a week.
Give me $50.
Yep. I would at least start at 50. Like, give me $50 in a week. I got you.
So is it like every weekend type thing? There's at least one person that's like, let me see your feet.
No.
At least, at the very least.
I feel like I meet a weird one every night at work.
There's always weird ones, but it's like different levels of weird. There's always the weird ones that want to like push the envelope, or they just do weird stuff. Like, gosh, weird stuff all the time. They try to dance back on you.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. Don't do that. If you ever get a lap dance, just sit there. Just
take
sit
it.
there. Just take it. Don't try to dance back. It's not cool. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna give you a dance. No. No, please don't. Just sit there.
That sounds embarrassing.
Or they try to like breathe in your ear, and it's like, dude, we're not having sex. Like, that's weird. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like too. Exactly. Or like, gosh, I don't even know. They just like will make weird noises, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's just a
Like,
dance.
stop moaning. What are you
Yes,
doing?
you're weird.
Has that ever happened to you?
What?
All the time.
Kapah.
Oh wait,
Oh,
no, I
God.
hope not. Oh God.
Yeah.
It was
They're like, I
so
have nightmares
terrible.
about that.
I'm just
That's
like,
like worst case
I'm like,
scenario.
where in your head made you think that was okay?
Yeah.
I was so pissed off. I'm like, give me more money.
He just came in his shorts.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Was he rubbing on it, or was it just you dancing?
He just got excited. He was an old man.
Oh no.
Oh, now it's sad.
I've never known of somebody jizzing in their pants during a dance with me.
Their face might
I'd
give
rather
it away.
just not know, huh?
Their face might give it away.
I just hope not. I mean, you're in the black light, so
It's still gonna be a funny face. That's never
Yeah.
happened to me.
And he was my regular, so I didn't expect that to happen because it had never happened before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what got into him that day.
Did he apologize right away, or did he just like?
Yeah,
let it go?
I like took the money and I ran away from him, and he was really upset with himself
Ugh.
about it. And the next time he saw me,
I'd be like,
I
"No,
wouldn't
go clean
dance with
yourself
him.
up."
I wouldn't dance with him for weeks, so he would just give me $100 every time he saw me
Damn.
to try to like thoroughly
Lure
say
you back
sorry.
in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I jizzed.
I wish you could do that
$100.
with people in the real world. You jizz in 2 minutes. Give me some money.
How often do people actually ask for sex?
All the time.
Every single night?
Yes.
I feel like it depends where at too. Like it here, no. I feel like here it's not too often because everyone's a lot younger and they kind of just already know the deal. I feel like at the other club I work at outside of North Carolina, and it's a lot of older men, it's like all the time. Like a part of me feels like something's going on behind the scenes because it's like a constant thing.
How often do people actually go for it? Like, do other females you know or other strippers, they'll like actually do it?
Everyone has their limits. Some
Yeah.
people are just okay with sleeping with customers.
There's always rumors and stuff. I mean, definitely always rumors. A lot of times you don't always see everything, but I would be really careful if it's like the setting of like where you can see everything going on in the couch room. Because if you're doing something bad, there's definitely like most likely going to be a girl that's going to come over there and try to fight you because you're doing that shit. And I've seen that happen a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I've seen, gosh, one of my friends a couple years ago got in a fight with one girl because she was like showing her pussy and shit.
Really?
Yeah, just for that, she like
Because
fought
you-
this girl.
Like whenever you do that, you make the clientele think that it's okay with everyone, and then it's like putting a weight on everyone.
I don't think
Gotcha.
I've ever noticed that it's actually not a bottomless place too.
Yeah, it's not.
I never paid attention to that actually. Now that I think about
I've
it.
never known
A lot
that
of
either.
bottomless places don't sell alcohol too.
Yeah, I should have given it away. Yeah.
Yeah, because if one time I ever went to a full nude club, as soon as I got in, I was like, now let's hit the bar. Oh, wait, I forgot. And then it was just kind of awkward from there.
So how much money would they actually ask for? Or, well, offer?
I don't don't think I've ever gotten a set price. I know one guy was like, well, how much for you to come back with me? And I just remember him being like, now be reasonable, be sensible. And I kind of took that offensively, like, what? Like, am I not good enough for big bucks or what?
Dang.
I've been offered like thousands.
Really?
Yeah. I've never done it though.
Yeah.
It's just not enough. I feel like something like that is supposed to be intimate and it's supposed to mean something.
So you wouldn't even do it if it was legal?
No, absolutely not.
Sorry.
Would you do it if it was legal?
No, I don't think I could. I don't even, like, I already have a hard time just hooking up with people. Like I said, I just don't sleep around. It's not really my thing. That, and I really have to have, like, a lot of trust and, like, be really into somebody to, like, want to sleep with them. Because if not, it's just really awkward for me.
Are you two religious? Like, super religious?
I am.
Yeah?
What's your religion?
Oh, I'm just Christian.
Okay.
Same. I'm not like heavy religious. I believe in a higher power.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Do you think that plays any part in, like, your opinion about it? Because a lot, like, what we get from people a lot is usually it's in the Bible or, like, this, that, and the other about it's just wrong to do, you know? Does that have anything to do with your opinion, you think?
What, on prostitution?
Yeah.
I feel like part of my opinion is, like, you're always raised, like, oh my god, prostitution's bad, you know, that's the lowest of the low. But also I feel like another part of it is that, you know, in the strip club, it's, like, totally forbidden. You were, like, super bad if you do that, and everyone hates you, and everyone's, like, it's drilled into you, don't do this, don't do that, and it's always a thing, like, that people talk about in there. It's never like, oh, well, she's got a bad attitude, or, oh, her tits are fake. It's always, oh, she's doing this and that in the back, and da-da-da-da-da. So it's, like, super drilled into you. Prostitution's bad, and this and that. So it's, like, there, it's super drilled into you. So there's that, plus being raised that prostitution's bad.
What's your opinion on it? Okay, so not you guys doing it, but what's your opinion on it being legalized?
I believe to each is their own.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
Yeah, that, I mean, it is, like, the oldest,
Profession.
Yeah, the oldest profession there is. So, like, I don't have a problem with it. Like, I've known people that did it, and I wouldn't really judge them unless they were doing it for, like, the wrong reasons or whatever.
Yeah.
What would you call the wrong reasons?
Like, if you have, like,
To
a drug
support some
problem.
drug habit.
Yeah, like a drug
Yeah.
habit.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Nevada is the only state that has legal prostitution?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 out of 16 counties have active brothels right now.
There used to be a TV show about it, too. I think it was called The Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wanted to go to that one. I went to the Mustang Ranch. The Bunny Ranch is a lot more expensive.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, like, themed ones. Like, one of my friends, I know when she was driving through, going to California, because she lives in Vegas, she went to one that was, like, alien themed.
I saw that
And
one.
they stopped there. I think they just stopped there for drinks because she's really into that stuff. Like, she's not a prostitute or anything, but she's into, like, oh my god, let's go just to go.
Yeah, it's somewhere cool to see.
Yeah, the Bunny Ranch, yeah. And I remember watching the show and, like, them talking about all their different rules, and it really made sense.
There's a lot of rules with it. I was reading an interview. One of the girls said she wants it legalized just because she's tired of working at those places. She's saying that the owners are just terrible, and the conditions they have to work in are not as good as you would think. But, I mean...
That, and it's probably forces her to live there, too, you know?
Yeah.
I think the only reason that prostitution is illegal is because the government can't get money from it.
Exactly. That's what I think.
And
too.
that's all they really care about is money.
I feel like it's that, and then it threatens a lot of men, I feel like. Or men, or, like, women.
The majority of the people who are against it are usually, again, like I said, comes from, like, religious morals and stuff. And the other half is, like, feminists who say that it empowers men because, you know, men are going to make all the money off of the women doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't. That's why feminists disagree with it.
I don't think the men would necessarily make the money. If you're just doing it as independent.
Yeah, I agree with that. I get mad when I work at clubs that are trying to take a third of my money.
Yeah.
Because they aren't doing any of the work.
The fancy one, yeah, the, I guess, bougier ones, I guess you could say. Or they say, like, gentlemen, this is a gentleman's club, not a strip club. They take so much of your money. It's ridiculous.
What's the difference in that?
Gosh.
Gentlemen's clubs offer more. Like, sometimes there's shower rooms, jacuzzis.
They have, like, bottle service or, like, champagne tents, or there's, like, the VIPs.
It's just more luxurious.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, like, fancy. I I feel like that's the main thing. It's just, it's a little bougier. Because, like, at Secrets, you know, we walk around wearing just about whatever, as long as your nipples are out and your, you know,
And
your
sometimes
bathroom
that
bits
rule
aren't
doesn't
out.
even matter.
Yeah, as long as your, like, bathroom bits aren't out and everything, they don't really care. You can... They used to be really strict on rap music, but now they'll play just about whatever.
Why were they strict on rap music?
Because they say it brought it, like, a bad crowd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the music definitely changes the environment.
Yeah. Yeah, so there we wear pretty much whatever we want. You can dance to about whatever. There it's like a more variety of girls. And those are the ones where it's like it's a set price for here to work. And then as long as you work 6 hours, it's okay. But if you want to leave early, you know, it might be a little bit more, but it's okay. A lot of times we'll just let it slide. At like the gentlemen's clubs, I know at the one I work at, you have to wear a floor-length gown. If you have tattoos, you can't have that many, and you either have to cover it with like gloves or like stockings, or they have like a airbrush machine. They'll airbrush your tattoos.
What?
Yeah, it's really crazy.
They want you to look like a doll.
Yeah, you have to have your makeup done a certain way.
You have to have lipstick on.
Yeah, you can't have nude lipstick. It has to be a good lipstick, and you can't have like super natural makeup. And you always have to have your hair done, and you have to wear earrings.
That's oddly strict.
It's really strict, and they say, oh, you don't have to work here a certain amount of time, but a lot of times you're like, okay, I'm ready to leave. No, you can't leave yet. You gotta wait another hour, and then you can leave.
They try to play that, well, you know you don't have to do anything because you're an independent contractor. And then, like, I got told that Thursday at the men's club when that was my first day and I did my contract. She told me that, and I was like, yes, I do, or you'll fire me. So don't feed me that.
Yeah.
How much money would you guess Nevada makes off legal prostitution?
I don't know. Do they even take any of the
Thousands
money?
and millions.
Probably a lot, because I just know at the gentlemen's club I work at, as much as they tax us on everything, they take a cut of your money. So I'm guessing at the brothels, man, they probably make bank.
$75 million a year.
Whew.
Yeah, and that's one state.
And it's dinky little brothels too. It's not like a huge house. They're like little houses.
Actually, have you gone to one before? Mm-mm. I went to the Mustang Ranch. It was actually pretty big.
Really?
Yeah. And I think there was like 20 rooms in there, and then they had all the theme rooms if you wanted to do
Oh, man.
a pool party, a jacuzzi room, and all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, just 30 minutes with this chick was $500 for me.
Well, she's very exposed.
She's probably taken but think about how much they take off of that probably.
See, I have no idea.
That's what the feminists are trying to say. Like the men or whoever is going to be running it is making more money than the actual girl. And I wouldn't be okay with that. I think that, you know, the person doing it should make the majority of the money because they're doing it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And I don't like the way it's run right now.
That's like at a gentleman's club, they take a lot of your money. You have to pay everybody that works there. You have to pay the DJ. At the gentleman's club, you don't get to request music. They play what they want, and it's usually garbage. It's usually such garbage. So you have to pay him for the money, or pay him for the music. You have to pay every time you give a dance. It's $30, but you give the club $10. So every dance that somebody gets, it's $10 each for the club.
They take a third of everything.
Yeah, and then
That's insane.
for 30 minutes, it's $600, and you give the club $150 of it, which is ridiculous.
Just for using the space.
Yep, and then
Just for
there's
sitting there.
and then there's like a jacuzzi room for 30 minutes, and that's $1,000, and you have to
Damn.
give the club $400 of it, so you only get $600 out of it.
How many jacuzzi rooms have you done?
None. I've done none. It really looks really shady. I've seen it once, and I was like, yeah, no.
My millionaire client that I met up north traveled down once and met me at Dollhouse, and I did a jacuzzi room. That's the only time. And he was pissed because they took so much of the money from me. He would have rather just given it to me.
Yeah.
Yep. And they will try to finesse your customers too. Like, I had a regular come in one time, and this one bouncer was really trying to force him into a champagne tent and buy bottles. And he was trying to get me to convince him, and I was like, dude, I'd rather just pocket that money.
But they want the money.
Yeah, they want the money. And then there, you can get money on your credit card, which is usually called like golden dollars or funny money. And it's like almost like Monopoly money for strippers. So you already have to pay, I think it's either 30 or 10% of whatever you get, and there's like a minimum. And so the customer buying that money has to pay a percent. And then when we turn that money in for cash, we have to pay a percent of it too.
So they're charging them and us.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
I didn't know how much money they made.
They make bank. And a lot of these clubs aren't well kept either, so there's a lot of money that they're just keeping.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
The Victorias, I make good money there, but it's just a poor environment to work in. The stage is shitty. I'm always worried about hitting my foot. The AC's always breaking.
That sucks.
It's
Yeah, I
bougie,
worked there for 3 days and was like, fuck this.
but I make great money because I look like I belong in a gentleman's club. And the gentlemen's clubs, it's just so much nicer to work there, and it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, you feel fancier working there. Like, you almost feel like a tight, like, low-key celebrity, but...
And that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
Because
they
you
get
feel it'll have like people, a lot of girls, they'll feel better about it because, oh, in my work we wear gowns and we're classy and we're not twerking and stuff. I go to the gentleman's club and I twerk and I make bank,
Yeah.
but I always get in trouble for stupid shit.
But the clientele, it also brings in better clientele.
Yeah,
Like clientele with more money and better behavior.
they're willing to spend. I don't know about better behavior. I get propositioned there way more than at the like ratchet strip clubs.
Really?
Yeah.
So, you know, how we said 75 million made legally from prostitution, right? That's one state, right? So illegally, how much was it?
Illegally for Las Vegas, about $5 billion a year.
Yeah, because like
That's with a
escorting's
beat.
huge there,
That's
and they
with
always
the
call it
beat.
escorting or
Yeah.
hotel strippers. It's huge.
I got trapped in one of those ones.
Oh, really?
I went to Vegas with about 8 of my friends. I convinced them to get, what we thought was just a couple strippers to the room.
Was it the cards you got on the strip that they
Yeah.
were handing out?
Yeah.
The
So-
ones that have like celebrities on it, and you're like, oh yeah, we can get Lindsay Lohan to come in here.
It wasn't Lindsay Lohan. I was
Yeah.
just like, I want this one.
Somebody told me a lot of those pictures are Photoshop stolen pictures off of Instagram models' pages. Like there's one of like you remember Britannia off of Rock of Love? The one with like the gun tattoos and she had like a chest piece?
Yeah.
There's a lot of those with Britannia on it.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of ones where it's Lindsay Lohan's face. They just photoshopped it on there.
Oh, okay.
But all the ones you think are real girls, it's just girls they've stolen their pictures off of Instagram.
I was pretty mad. She got to the room and the guy was there too. I go, this isn't her. This isn't Rose. Like, what are you talking about? And they both came in, and one of them just dropped her tits out, and then they started propositioning us to like, right, it's $1,000 for, to have sex with us. For like, no, we just wanted a couple dancers, and it didn't happen.
If I was there, I'd have been like, hell yes, that'd be easy.
We had a couple $100s, like we were willing to spend a little bit of money to have a couple dancers in the room for a while till we went out, and nope. The other one just dropped him out for a few seconds, and then they took our money and left.
They're just trying to blindside
yeah.
and manipulate. That's
Yeah.
what that was.
It worked. I mean, I was like 18.
So how does the Mustang Ranch work? Like as a customer, how does the process work?
So, let's see. So I walked in. I just walked to the bar, got a beer, sat down.
Naturally.
Just like most strip clubs, you just walk in, you grab a beer, you sit down. Girls are walking around. You can ask for a lineup if you want. I didn't really want to do a lineup. It seems weird to me.
That's where you just see like all the pictures of everybody that's there.
No. So
They
ring
stand in a line.
Yeah, they ring a bell. All the girls have 5 minutes to get there.
You have to, and you have to wear heels too. I remember watching the Bunny Ranch when I was young and being like, whoa.
So I would sit on the couch and like they would line everyone up, and I just didn't want to do that. I'd rather just sit down and talk to someone. So I sat down, talked to a few different girls, and found the one I liked. And then they take you in the back. They run your credit card to make sure you can access some money. And I'm like, all right, you're not broke. I'm like, yeah, I know.
The girls pay for their rooms too. Like they have to rent it there, and I think they have to stay there for a certain amount of time too.
Oh, okay. I have no idea about that part.
That's what one of my friends that live in Vegas told me. I think a lot of times you have to stay there, I think either for 2 days or 2 weeks or something. And it's like a certain amount to rent your room.
So once they find out your card's good, they take you to this other room. Real small room about the size of a closet, 2 chairs in there, and then there's a spotlight on the table. Talk about what you want to do. Like, all right, I want XYZ. Stand up. You gotta stand up. You drop your pants. They put gloves on.
Respect your
Is there,
balls.
like, a
Well, no,
medical
sorry.
professional?
It's just the chick.
Oh.
It's just me and the chick in this little tiny room. After we talk about what I wanted, stand up, drop her pants. She's got the gloves on. Shines a light on her pee-pee, and does her little inspection.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She's like, all right, you're good.
You're pretty healthy. She goes,
Thanks.
Well, it doesn't look like you have chlamydia. I think we're okay.
If it goes in any holes, it wears a condom.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. There's a shower in there, so like you can shower before, stuff like that. Shower afterwards. You can shower both times.
I'm learning.
I know Nevada a couple years ago, because they make you do all kinds of processes before you can start dancing in Nevada. One of them used to be you had to get some kind of thing saying you didn't have any STDs.
As a dancer?
Yep.
That's weird.
Yeah. That was years ago now. Now I know it's just like alcohol and sheriff's card or something.
Card?
Yeah, I had to fill out paperwork for a sheriff's card, and it was really weird. It was talking about, are you in a custody battle right now? Are you a U.S. citizen? Do you have a DUI? Like, do you have any felonies? Like, God, I should have brought it with me. I have it at my house. It was just a bunch of weird questions, and a lot of it was like, are you have any court cases going on for this? Are you currently in a custody battle? And this and that. It was really weird. And then you have to write out every single one of your tattoos.
We had to do that for our job. They take pictures of them. They ask about what they mean.
Yeah, they had to do that to me too. You had to read
like it's a pig.
You read every single one of your tattoos out for them, and it's so awkward.
So I'm sorry, I still can't get over this, but like, so before you go in, she inspects your genitalia.
Yeah. She looked at my pee-pee.
He's like, we only care about active herpes. It's okay.
Yeah.
So she just suddenly becomes a medical professional? I'm not being funny.
I mean,
it's probably like a hairstylist looking for lice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All they're really looking for is like what's on the outside.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you can still wear a condom and still get herpes.
What?
Yeah, my wife told
A
me.
lot of guys don't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Well, all right then.
because you can get herpes like anywhere. My friend's mom growing up told me she had a friend with it on her forehead and then like
I've
the
heard of
small of
that.
her back.
We all know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your back and your forehead, we knew what you were doing.
So obviously they're pretty like heavily regulated, you know? Like I mean, so the legal versions, they get taxed pretty heavy, right?
They
by
test the
government.
girls regularly too.
Yeah.
That's
so,
good.
And it's like heavily regulated.
Probably so they can find you and sue you.
So if it was legal across the entire country, it'd probably be like close to the same way, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just extremely regulated.
Mm-hmm.
So much taxes.
It's probably like legal marijuana, how that's super regulated. Or
They
at least
tax the shit out of
I think
that.
it is. You know, they say they tax the shit out of it, but it's really not that expensive.
No, but the shops pay a lot for it.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of the shops, what they'll do is they grow under a different name and then sell it to themselves.
So there's a lot of rules that comes with this too. How much is it that like the census, the population for the county? Like you can't have a brothel in a county in Nevada unless the population's below.
Like how everyone's always like, oh yeah, in Vegas it's legal. I'm like, it's definitely not. There's too many people.
No, so it's outside. So if you have under 700,000 people, the county can vote on it. So they have the right to do it, but the county has to vote on it. What they're finding in Nevada is a lot of people that are new moving in don't like it, but the people that have been there forever, they don't really care.
Yeah.
Mostly because if you grew up next to one and you saw it there, it's kind of whatever, you know. You realize it doesn't affect your day-to-day.
Yeah, people fear things they don't understand.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. People fear the things they don't understand. Which is like with dancing, they always have like their stereotypical stuff and their preconceived notions, and it's like it's really nothing like that. I mean, yeah, you have to have a good mindset to do it. I wouldn't recommend it to everyone, but it's totally not like what you expect. It's not really like dirty like you would think, or like super degrading. Like people are always like, you have no self-respect to do this and no confidence and blah 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 blah, and this is degrading. It's really not.
You
it's
must
really
be real sad to do that to yourself.
Yeah.
And to throw your body all over. You must be an attention whore. Like, no, I just like
Or why
making
are
that
you
money,
doing
you know?
This is I can help you, and it's like I'm kind of choosing to be here. I kind of get excited to come here sometimes. Kind of fun.
I think to do it, you'd have to have a lot of confidence.
Exactly. I mean, not everyone does, but it's pretty. Yeah, you definitely have to be confident. Otherwise, you will be judging yourself.
I was just brave at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's no way right now if you're like, take your shirt off and give you $5.
Hell
My shirt's
no.
staying on. No,
$5.
Like, my shirt's staying on. I'm good.
Yeah, I would say fuck no.
That's
I
like when
don't have
guys
that
come to the
confidence to get
stage
up
with
there.
$2.
I love stage. Stage is my favorite part. It makes me feel free. When
I
I'm
like
throwing my
stage,
body
too.
around the pole,
Mhm.
I feel like I'm flying sometimes.
I'd be up there like, I'm doing this so wrong.
I feel like that all the time. It's okay.
I'd be scared shitless.
I totally just fucked up. It's cool.
I'll just shake my ass real quick.
Yeah, let me just smack my ass around. It's cool.
When in doubt, just start twerking.
There you go. Exactly. Twerking goes to every beat.
So
Every
what
kind of
country do you
music.
think makes the most money off prostitution?
I'm gonna go with Thailand.
China.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, $73 billion.
I didn't even know it was
is
like
number
that
one.
in China. Well, I mean, China's pretty big. I should have known.
It's all those extra daughters.
I told you.
And then right behind them is Spain at 26.5.
They all have
billion.
daddy issues.
See, I want to talk. Oh my god.
all those extra daughters.
People
have
all the
daddy
time
issues.
think it's daddy issues. Oh my gosh.
Since it's legal in Germany, we can actually have the numbers on what they make legally.
Yeah, I didn't even think about Germany. I don't. God, I'm a racist bitch.
18 billion. Make 18 billion a year.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
Yeah.
What is
The
America
lowest-
doing in debt? What are they doing?
Why didn't we say Amsterdam?
Weed's coming. We're hoping prostitution comes next.
Why didn't we just
We're
say
evolving slowly but surely.
slowly?
Again, some people say they don't want prostitution just because they don't want it to be like a thing like, you know how McDonald's is, like, I'm just gonna go get a burger. You know what I mean? Some people don't want it to be like, oh, I feel like having sex right now. Or just that it'd
But
be that
people
easy
do
to do.
that.
I know, but like that's like I talk to a lot of people about this stuff before, you know, we go to the show. And that's what people say. Somebody said they think it would hurt society. What did he say?
Because they're scared it'll
so they
make
felt like it would-
sex more acceptable. But it's like, I was thinking about this earlier too. You know, I have like my best thoughts in the shower. That's when I'm the most woke.
Oh my God.
It's so true. And I
make
was
all
thinking,
my life
I was like, you
decisions
know
in the
what?
tub.
There's such like a sex revolution going on right now where it's like, if I want to sleep with 100 guys a week, that's my business, and you can't say anything because that's slut shaming. Okay, that's fine. But if you start charging for it, then it's a problem.
See, that's where it's weird.
Yeah.
That's where it's weird.
See? Shower thoughts.
But what he had said was he feels like social skills will go down.
Yeah.
So if it's
Social
legal,
skills already suck.
it's very true.
You should see guys in the bar. Holy shit.
You got some pretty ears.
Guys on Instagram. Crazy. You don't respond to them once. You're just some fat ass bitch.
That's nuts.
It's so true.
I see it all the times though when we go out with our friends. They're like, I want to go talk to that girl. All right, go talk to her.
And they go say the most annoying shit.
No, they won't go.
They're like too afraid to.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boyfriend actually took a period of time to research and practice different things on social skills. Like one time he was out in public and he just laid down on the ground in the middle of a bunch
What
of
the
people.
fuck?
And they're like, "Oh, he's weird. He's weird."
I
And
would've thought
and
he's
then
weird.
he's just like, "It's not weird to just lay down on the ground.
I gotcha.
It's like breaking a social barrier." And my boyfriend could say a lot of really smart things right now. I can't
About-
say
about
that because
society
I
and
didn't
stuff.
do all the research, but
Was he just trying to see like what people would do in that scenario?
well, no, he did it mostly because he wanted to learn how to talk to women better. But
Break the ice the most easiest way, just go lay down.
There you go.
yeah,
how
if you
good
do something
relationships
weird,
start.
you're immediately noticed.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It's true. It's like how people are always like, well, I'm too tall. I can't wear heels. I love wearing heels. I'm 5'9", so when I wear heels, I'm like 6 foot something. But
6 or something.
yeah, I remember somebody saying it on TV, and honestly, I've totally noticed it. Whenever you walk in a room full of people, who's the first person you notice?
Tallest person.
The tallest person in the room.
See,
That never happens to me in my life.
I feel like slightly.
I'm never the tallest person.
I never like found the true like reasoning behind why stripper shoes are always so big, but I feel like that's part of it. And it's always like you want to stand out in the crowd. So like when I go to the club where you have to wear the full length gown, I don't want to wear anything black because you'll blend in.
That's a go-to color.
Yeah, go-to is always black for anybody. But I always want to wear something a little bit brighter, something that might even glow.
So if prostitution was legal, do you think it would have any negative effects? Honestly.
Everything has pros and cons.
Yeah, a part of me feels like it would keep people looking for sex out of the clubs, but then the other half of me feels like they'd be like, well, down the street, I got a blowjob for $2.
Yeah, it's a choice. Some people just want to go to a safe environment to get their
fix.
yeah.
And whatever. Yeah. So you think it would affect like the business at like a strip club? Because they would probably not go to the strip club. They'd probably just go to the brothel instead.
I mean, the people that are brave enough, because I still feel like there would still be the stigma of, I don't want to go to a brothel because I'm ashamed or embarrassed and I don't want people to know I'm going to a brothel. Which, like, going to the strip club, people are like, oh, you went to the strip club? Cool.
I definitely think it depends on the person. I have no shame, and I went to a brothel a few times. Sometimes.
There's different
Yeah.
people though.
It's all perception,
Yes.
perspective.
I think at first I'd be a little skeptical or a little hesitant to go in one because like I'd just be so worried that I'd see
Oh, I was
something-
nervous the first time.
Proceed
Yeah.
with caution.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous.
I'd be more scared that the chick would be ugly.
Really?
Yeah.
There are some ugly ones.
Yep.
Well, that's just the case. But I don't know.
The
I
ugly
think
ones
I'd
are
be
like, I feel like there's always people are like, I'm gonna get an ugly chick 'cause she gonna be nasty.
Yeah, I do think that it would put a damper on the strip club industry, though.
Yeah.
Get more. Who doesn't want more?
Everyone wants
People
more.
always want more.
Yeah.
I also feel like a lot of people don't want prostitution legal because they don't want to get with somebody that, you know, probably went and got a hooker or something. Same as like a lot of people are like, oh, I could never date a stripper. Same time as like, you know,
Then you
what if
need-
you were with somebody and he was like, yeah, I used to get hookers all the time. I would probably be like, okay, this is weird. I'm probably not going to talk to you anymore.
Yeah. People ask my boyfriend all the time, like, how are you dating a stripper? He's like, she's
Awesomely.
more than that. She's not just she
Yeah.
dances 4 hours, 5, maybe like 8 to 10 at most, but I don't do that. I dance like 4 or 5 hours a night. And he's just like, she's more than that. She's not just a stripper.
Yeah.
That does not define her.
illegal prostitution. Obviously, it's unsafe, right? So,
Yeah, and that's the huge thing with like the FOSTA SESTA thing right now. How they like turned off, or like they got rid of Backpage and all that, and a lot of websites are because it's any website, they're holding the websites accountable for human trafficking and stuff, or if people are selling sex online, or if they suspect you doing that, they'll just completely delete your account because you personally, I mean, you could get in trouble for it, but whatever website you're using, the government could get the website for that. Which is why, like, right now, a lot of stuff is, like, going on with Instagram and strippers. So if you were to tag a strip club on your picture or something, they would, like, I forget what it's called, but, like, ghost block your account or something, to where you'd still have your account, but if somebody tried to look you up, they wouldn't be able to find you or something.
That's weird.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on, and like I follow a bunch of strippers on Instagram, and I follow a bunch of like stripper Instagrams and different things like that, and they're constantly posting stuff like that.
What's your opinion on escorts?
Honestly, I googled the definition of an escort the other day because I wanted to be prepared between
That's
like
awesome.
prostitution versus escort, and I know escorts, it's supposed to be like you're paying to be seen with me, you're paying for my company. If I want to have sex with you, you know, that's my choice, but I feel like people still treat escorts as the same thing as prostitution.
What do you think?
At the end of the day, if you have sex with them, it's prostitution.
I think it's more like glamorized prostitution.
I was about to say it's like a rich,
Yeah, because escorts are fully
rich
legal.
man's
Yeah.
prostitute.
Yeah.
Or yeah, because you know, you're technically paying for their time. I think that's how a lot of them get around it, and it feels a lot more glamorized. It's not like you're walking the street or anything.
I think I hate that the sorry.
Oh, you're
cut you
fine.
off. I hate that the word prostitution itself is just so negative. It's just such a
Yeah.
negative word. If you really like take a moment to try to understand it, at the end of the day, it's just a choice.
I feel like escorting's more of like the negative one, because prostitution, okay, we know you're trading sexual favors for money. Escorting, it's supposed to be you're trading my time and my companionship for money, but people treat it as the same
But
thing.
you low key expect to be having sex.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
people all the time, like, if you want to say somebody's being a prostitute, whatever, a lot of times they go with the word escort, though.
Because it sounds better.
Escorts make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I know they have to make a lot of money. What was that episode on The Office where Michael Scott gets an escort? Do you guys watch The Office?
No.
No, my boyfriend's been trying to get me to.
The one,
I watch
she
a lot of
dresses
Real
up like a doctor,
Housewives.
right?
No. That's the stripper.
I don't remember the escort episode.
I seen this meme yesterday, and it was like, do cops know that they're dressed like strippers?
What?
Yeah, hold on, I'll pull it up. It was something that was hilarious.
That might be a Dave Chappelle
Do
bit.
cops even know they're dressed like strippers?
Oh, with the terrible uniforms.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay. What's your guys' opinion on Cam?
I can.
You cam?
I have a lot
Oh,
of
this was a
friends
friend
that
that
do it.
cams.
I didn't know that. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I try to get her to come because she's into a lot like different other kinds of variables and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of friends that cam. It's mainly people in other states. Like I couldn't do it. Plus, it's at the same time for me. It's kind of like if you have a home gym, you're not gonna really work out as much as if you go to the gym.
I see what you're saying.
That's not true.
For you, for me, I'll be like, yo, fuck this. I'm gonna sit on the couch.
I like having a home gym because I can watch TV and work out at the same time.
Yeah.
How much money do you make camming?
Well, I just started a couple months ago, and at first I started by myself, and I did not like it. I felt awkward. I was still camera shy, so my friend joined me, and it was kind of like I was just hanging out with my friend. And you set a goal, a set price that you want to achieve, and it's the viewers, like they just tip, and you don't do anything you don't want to do.
Yes.
So, and now I do it with my boyfriend as a couple, and me and him we have good personalities and good energy, so people just like listening to us most of the time, and we'll fuck around and talk for hours, and until we reach our goal, like 5 or 6 hours in, we might fuck. But people have to buy a ticket for a private show to watch us.
Holy shit.
So it is you can make a lot of money doing it. And it's with my boyfriend, so I'm really not doing anything wrong.
Yeah. That's awesome.
For the first time I ever heard of it or was offered it was a year and a half ago. And it took me a really long time to decide to dip my toe in.
I don't think I could deal with all the weirdos asking me to do weird shit.
Yeah, because on the computer, that's when you're most brave to say some really weird shit.
Oh yeah, because they're hiding behind it. They're like...
People tip me to show them my feet.
Yeah. A lot of feet people are online.
So, how often does that happen with like the weirdos? And how do you even tell them no? Like, do you literally just like on the video on the webcam, you're like, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, it's a
At
choice.
69-year-old man, 76. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, well, if they want to tip me 20 cents to put my thumb in my butt, of course I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
I told you, the creeps are always cheap. That's like guys that come up to the stage with $2 in their hand. Take your top off. And I'm like, if I was out of toilet paper, I'd want my ass with your $2.
I like it.
Show me your asshole for $2 and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone gave me $2, they could look at my asshole all day long.
I'm like, sure, man, got it.
Yeah.
$2.
You do not want to look at my asshole.
Oh my god.
And you actually can become friends with customers on cam. Like, and you can let a customer monitor your cam. Like, they help you with it. They help control the customers and the flow, and they help you come up with bots and apps, which are like little games that you can add to your page, like rolling dice, and whatever the number for whatever lands on, like, say you get a 7 and it's doggy view, so you turn around and you show them your butt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've seen those bots before because I've been on those campsites a bunch of times.
Farrah Abraham has her own website. The cam
Farrah
site.
Abrams?
Yeah.
Farrah Abraham off of Teen Mom OG.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she got kicked off of MTV for because she didn't want to stop doing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She was probably making a ton of money.
Probably.
Yeah, because, I mean, she's on TV. A lot of people probably were like, oh, yeah, Farrah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can get up to like 20,000 viewers.
Damn.
And I just started.
So how much money do you make?
Well, I'm impatient with it because I don't quite understand it yet. So I haven't made over like 125 yet. I've made like $125 in a session. But I was only on for like 4 hours, and I was like a deer in headlights. But it makes me look innocent because I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Which makes the creeps want to spend more money on me.
Exactly. Do they take a pretty big percentage of what you make?
Chatterbait.
You use that one?
Yeah, they don't take any money from me.
Really?
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
all
bunch of
mine.
them that don't take money from me. Like, My Free Cams won't. And then I think there's like, I think it's Lydia Dawes. I don't know. I just started following that one on Instagram.
They probably make their money from advertisements, stuff like that. Just like, and all the cameras, I guess, are doing is just getting people on the website.
Maybe.
You know?
Because I know
use
there's
My
like
Free
My
Cams.
Free Cams. Like, that's a big website a lot of people use.
Yeah, and whenever I made the 125, I hadn't even messed with myself at all.
I know that's
I was pole dancing.
Yeah, I know that's like another thing going on too, because one of the Instagrams I followed, they said certain cam sites, I think it was USAA, if you had over $100 deposited into your bank from a cam site, they would freeze your account.
What?
I get checks in the mail instead.
Yeah, they said to do
That's
that. It's
crazy.
better.
Yeah.
I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that prostitution's illegal, but porn is okay.
Porn is like super acceptable nowadays, and it's
Oh,
to
yeah.
the point where now porn doesn't pay as much as it used to.
I just think it's ridiculous though. Like, so, and in my eyes, it's like, so porn, right? You know, having sex, there's a camera there. Mm-hmm. Prostitution, having sex, there's no camera there.
Yeah,
That's the way I look at
That's
it.
another thing. It's like, and it's like prostitution. You can pick who you have sex with, and then in porn, it's kind of like, okay, here's the person you're gonna be having sex with today.
This is who
Yeah.
you're working with
Yep,
today.
this is who you're gonna
Yeah,
have
that's
sex
really
with.
weird.
Like what?
I was thinking about that in the shower too. I was just like, I am so woke right now.
Woke time.
Woke
with Ashley.
as fuck.
I think that'd be super weird if I were just walking in the room like, hey, you're sleeping with him today.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't really like Keith that much.
Now turn around and stick your toe in his butt.
Do it.
Okay.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna like it.
Like cut. Can you move your arm on? Oh, I can't see your nipple. Okay.
There
All
we
right.
go.
We
There
lost
go.
sight of the left nipple.
Ugh, that's so weird.
Yeah, I've thought about how awkward it must be to try and record something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to stop and then go again and then stop. It's like I'm just trying to get off, you know.
Yeah.
Did you say?
This boner's not gonna last forever.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they have the guys take that stuff that makes.
Viagra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that they
Yeah.
just stay hard.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Didn't you say something about like So porn's obviously really regulated too by the government. And what about it in Florida? Didn't you say it was you?
So different states have different regulations where you have to wear condoms in certain states.
That's why the majority of porn is filmed in Florida.
Yeah. They don't film in
Really?
California anymore. They don't film in California anymore because you have
That's
to wear
crazy.
condoms.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of rules.
Florida's
behind everything.
awesome.
Yeah, Florida is awesome.
It's humid.
I wonder what else they do. I wonder if they make the girls get on like any types of birth control or anything.
I don't
I
know.
feel like that would be reasonable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, I feel like that should be a choice because it messes with your body.
Yeah. I wonder if you get pregnant, you can be like, you better give me child support. This your baby.
Oh my god. I know they give them more for birth control.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching this documentary, Hot Girls Wanted, and the girl was gonna get so much money to do a scene, but then they offered her an extra $100 to do a cream pie. Well, birth control is only $40, so I mean, I made an extra $60.
That's cool.
She was proud of herself. She said.
There's almost like
Get some
a.
Plan B, no big deal.
Apparently, they have big shutdowns when somebody tests positive for HIV.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
Wouldn't you want to shut down?
Yes.
I just think that it would be really good if, for the country, if it got legal. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think it would, like on a financial level, and
I know there's a lot of racism in porn as well. Like you can charge more as a white person to have sex with a black person.
oh yeah, I didn't even think about that either.
Yeah.
Like. a
And
white
African
chick to a
Americans, they
black
don't make
dude?
as much money.
The men?
No,
Oh, sorry.
like
Like
people of
females.
color, they don't make as much money in porn.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lex Steele doesn't. That fucking
I don't
baby
know.
arm is.
And I know women make more than men.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So what do you think? So the feminists, like I said, the feminists think that it would. What's it called? What's the opposite of empower? Make the females look like they're weak, sort of thing. If they were a
Gosh,
prostitute,
I feel like
What's
if you
the
didn't
opposite?
ask it,
Yeah.
I would totally know.
What is the opposite of empower?
Belittle?
Belittle. They think
We'll
it would
just
be-
go with that.
We'll go with that.
I don't know.
Degrade?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
there we
there you
go.
go, there you go.
We can go with yes.
It would degrade women. They think it would degrade women if they were prostitutes. So do you think that's true?
Most people aren't forced. I mean, yeah, there's like sex trafficking, but a lot of people aren't totally forced into it.
Yeah. So I think it would empower them. I think it would
Yeah.
empower like females if prostitution was legal, because you have something that is completely like a female job. You know what I mean? Like 99% of the customers in one country
Yeah.
of legal prostitution.
Not too many chicks are going to pay dudes to have sex.
Exactly.
I mean, you could just
Yeah.
walk into a bar and be like, "I'm here to fuck," and you have your
They'd
pick
be
of the
like,
litter.
"Fuck?"
Fuck, fuck. Like the
They would
bird,
line up for
the
you.
birds off of Finding Nemo. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
But yeah, it's like 99% of the customers were men, you know?
Yep.
So that's like that's one whole job that would actually empower females. That's something that just men can't do, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
No one's
being
gonna pay it.
being
Nobody's
an
gonna-
entertainer has definitely built my confidence over the years.
Really?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I wonder why that is. I wonder why people feel differently, and probably the feminists.
Yeah, I feel definitely more empowered because it's like I don't have to take this shit, not from you especially, or like gosh, I totally had a speech in my head and I just lost it. Fuck.
Well,
But
nice.
it's like I don't have to take shit from nobody. This amount of money is not enough. Like you always think you deserve more. And there I go again, drawing a blank.
Naturally.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up. So, thanks for coming on, guys. It was really awesome. We tried to do the video, but it kicked out halfway through. It's all right though.
Yeah.
Again, we're on all the platforms as Opinion Collision, so please keep listening and give us all your comments. Thank you.